standing here with Ellie, and he's sitting here laughing. I asked him a question, and he's not laughing at the question I asked him. He's laughing at his own answer.
That was because I knew the way you'd react to it.
Yeah. I said, Ellie, here we are standing here. We've just fed all the babies. We are surrounded by the bigs. We got the littles. We have the dogs, the cats. I mean, you know, we got the tinies over here. I said, Ellie, if you could only have one, who would it be? You'll never guess who he said. He said, if I could only have one, that's easy. I'm like, it's easy? He goes, yeah.
Look at the shirt.
He goes, it'd be Cornholio. I says, wait, if you could only have one, it'd be Cornholio?
Look at the shirt, it says it all.
And he said, yeah, it'd be Cornholio. Hey folks, Lester here, hanging out in the barn with Ellie. Got Trixie and Lenny with us also. Animals are all eating. And I was telling Ellie that I'm really excited today. The guys came to start cutting the hay. Now they're going to cut this hay, then they're going to bale it the next couple of days for us. So I was really excited about that. But in that process, I was talking to Bubba. That's the son of Ed, the guy that cuts our hay for us. And Bubba was letting me know that his dad's getting older and it's getting harder for him to get out and do stuff like this. And so, you know, it was a neat conversation. Walk over here, Ellie. It was a neat conversation we were having, and it was profound, and it was a little bit sad. And hearing what, you know, Bubba talk about his dad and how much harder it is for his dad to get out and do stuff like he used to do. And I'm not going to lie, it kind of put a lot on my heart and made me kind of think a little bit about some things today. And so Ellie just showed up from his mom's. He's been doing schoolwork and mama time this week. And I'm going to ask him this question that I asked Bubba. I said, Bubba, I said, so what are you going to do whenever your dad finally says enough is enough? And Bubba thought about it for a minute, and he goes, Lester, to be honest, he goes, I'm going to get rid of a lot of stuff. He goes, I'm going to get rid of a lot of stuff. He goes, my dad's been acquiring and you know, taking on new projects his entire life. And he goes, and I've been right there by his side. I've been doing it with him for as long as I can remember. And he goes, but that's not what I want to do. He goes, I don't want to be as busy as my dad has been for the rest of my life. And so I'm sitting here right now in the barn, and, you know, I get home from work and I come straight to the barn. Well, I change shoes, change my clothes, and then I come straight out to start working. And it is, we will be out here around the barn doing things with the animals, stacking feed, unloading feed, buying feed, whatever we have to do until it gets dark. And with Ellie being here, it helps a whole lot. But I thought I would pose Ellie this interesting question, and I hope he's had some time to think about it while I'm starting this video. Let's just say the time has come and your dad is just to the point where I just can't keep up anymore. And let's be honest for a minute. You also might not be at the point where you want to keep up. So here's my question. This is going to be a fun one. Yeah. Let's just say you want to say, you know what, Dad, I'm going to downsize a little bit. This is going to be sad. It's going to be hard to do, but you got to do it on camera. You can only keep 5.
Animals?
Yes. Let's just say you could only keep 5. You want to make it 10?
Yeah. 10,
okay. You can. Okay. You can only keep 10.
Well, Cornholio and Imogene are the 2 that will never go. Those are the givens.
All right. So Ellie said, hold on. I want some explanations over here. So Ellie says that Cornholio and Imogene are the 2 who will never go. Never go. There's Imogene right there. And I don't even see Cornholio. He's in the front yard. Okay. Yeah. So Ellie says, Imogene and Cornholio. Why will Cornholio and Imogene never go?
Well, first of all, I got to preface all of this by saying that people have asked me who my favorite animal is, and I love all of them the same. I can't really pick a favorite.
Yeah.
But a few of them do hold special places in my heart for various reasons. Cornholio is my spirit animal. He's the one that I'm kind of the tightest with, if you want to call it that.
Okay. Follow me out here. I like the back. I don't know if you know this about my videos, but we can talk all day, but I like the backdrop to keep changing.
If there was like cameras set up, they would hear like hours and hours and hours of dialogue like this between us, honestly. Like we had cameras.
You in Cornholio?
No, us. Me.
Oh, because I was like, wait, when do you go out and talk to Cornholio? When I'm sleeping?
Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah, I just shoot the breeze with Cornholio all day.
I didn't know what you were talking about. Okay.
No. But yeah, Cornholio and me are basically the closest. He's closest to me.
Okay.
And Imogen will always hold a special place in my heart because you know how I call her the OG or the original. OG is kind of a silly term that means original gangster, but in all seriousness, like all this that we have wouldn't be possible without Imogen and what she endured during Hurricane Harvey. And she is our sanctuary's namesake. I'm a survivor sanctuary.
I'm a survivor,
Yeah.
named after Imogen.
Yeah, so those two are always the givens for me right off the bat.
All right, so that's 2. All right, so you got 8 more to go.
Okay. I'm thinking.
I'd like you to justify it. I mean, I don't want to make this a hour-long video, so I know it may be harder. And if you can't, look at these horses over here. Stop being mean to him. So, okay, so fine. So far you got 2.
I'll put it this way: as far as my priority in my head, beyond those two that I just like love personally, well, I love all of them personally, but beyond those two, like, I'm trying to think of animals that could like sustain it and keep it going. So like maybe a male and female like duo.
Well, what I'm thinking about is some things you're not considering.
Like what?
Right now you're in college, and I know that does not require as much time as your job's going to one day. But
Debatable.
well, no, there's no way you're going to say that having to read a chapter before your next class is more time consuming than waking up every morning at 5:30, driving to a workplace, teaching all day, or coaching, however you decide to do it, all afternoon, game days. And so I get it. And I'm not upset about that. I am not upset knowing that you will not have the time to do what we do right now forever. I get that. And so here I am at a point in my life where I'm starting to, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, but I know you're about to start your career. And so you can't devote this much time as I do to the animals. So that's what I'm saying. Even saying 10 seems like a lot to me, because that's 10 animals, 10 babies that you have to be here for every morning, that you have to be here for every afternoon, that you have to be here for, or at least account for on every vacation. You can't just up and go, and you can't just not be here. They have to have water. They have to be checked up on. They have to have routine stuff. So it's a lot to think about. Seriously.
I mean, yeah, it is.
So you said Cornholio. Okay, fine. So Cornholio, we feed him twice a day. He gets worms. Okay, that sounds so gross. But Cornholio eats worms with the ducks and geese and the chickens in the morning. You know that. Yeah. And then we also put out the grains in the afternoon. Of course, so he's easy. He doesn't drink a whole lot of water. So you fill up his water trough and you're good. Imogen, same thing.
They're both pretty easy.
As long as we have green grass, Imogen requires you keep her water trough full, and you pour some grains out for her. You put out hay in the wintertime and feed her a little bit. You're right. She's very easy. So that's something you kind of have to consider.
For my 10, I kind of want to have like a boy and a girl combo that can like reproduce, and hopefully they can like reproduce at the pace that I want it to if I am going to be that busy with my career and stuff. Maybe I could bring in another female if I were to keep Lenny as the only goat for the time being.
Well, the only thing, so then you're looking at having at least 2 babies a year. And babies like Lenny, if you bottle feed them, and to make them be that gentle, require you to be able to bottle feed at least 3 times a day for the first couple of weeks.
Well, yeah. When I wake up, if I'm not here during the day, I could just, I don't know, I can get somebody. We have a whole family around here. I can get anybody around here to do it.
Anyway, so I'm not asking, so you're saying Lenny then. So Lenny's your number 3?
Yeah.
So Lenny's your number 3. So you have Cornholio, you have Imogen.
I think you underestimate how...
You have Lenny.
I think you underestimate how much I'd be able to find time to do some of those things that you're talking about.
Son, I've coached and taught for 25 years. I don't underestimate anything with time. I know.
Okay.
I know. All right, so you still got a few more to go.
Annie.
You're going to keep Annie around.
Yeah, keep Annie around.
All right, let me go look at her when you talk about her. Why Annie?
People love Annie. Annie brings a great deal of diversity to the sanctuary. A lot of the animals that we have, they're obviously not like cliche or stereotypical for a farm, but animals that people are familiar with, donkeys, pigs, and goats, people are familiar with that.
Well, you better add that she's protective, that these are her babies. They're more hers than they are yours or mine. And Annie will protect them to the death. She will. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So, okay, so fine. Now you're at 4. And once again, Annie only requires that we catch her twice a year and have a couple of folks help us shear.
So she can stay cool during the summer.
Yeah, I'll shear that wool, that fiber off of her so she can stay cool in the summer.
Yeah.
And that's not that hard. She eats grass. She likes her grains. She nibbles on her corn. And she eats hay. She's very, very, very easy. Okay. There you go. That's 4.
I want to keep the diversity around so that I can...
Hold on. Trudy!
Oh,
Trudy!
oh my
Go get... Ellie, go get Lenny.
He got him. How did he get in there?
He crawled in that little space in the... Hurry, Ellie. Trudy, you leave Leonard alone. And leave Ellie alone too, Lenny.
Lenny, what happened, bro?
Leonard! Trudy, you leave Leonard alone. Trudy's like, did not want anybody. She's like, oh, no, you don't, you little spoiled brat. You took my spot. And I'm never going to forgive you for that, Leonard. All right. All right, so keep going. Ellie, you know it's taking you like 20 minutes. You're only at 4.
Well,
I didn't want to have an hour-long video here.
I've been talking for most of it.
Well, you have to give some reasonings behind everything.
I have.
All right, let's go. What's your 5th animal?
Okay, fine. Tex.
Okay, Tex. Why Tex the Longhorn?
Tex Longhorn. Diversity, he's a little bit harder, but he does require a little bit more feeding than the rest of them do. But he's a really good animal because also at the same time, Longhorns are very hardy. They're very cool at maintaining themselves in this hot Texas weather.
Oh, they're very hardy. But also, I think that Tex is important because he's kind of like a trait. He's like a landmark, if that makes any sense. He's a staple of this farm. I like Tex to represent who we are, which I know that sounds kind of crazy because Tex has been nothing but trouble. But Tex is also a bit of a shit show in himself. Do you agree? Yeah. Tex has been out. He has wreaked havoc on stuff. He is hard-headed, and he is just everything that I would like to be if I were an animal. Man, I'd want to be Tex or Ringo. But go ahead, Ellie. So fine. And if you haven't noticed this, folks, on our Facebook page, our main page, who's there a video of, Ellie? Tex. And it's been there for 2 years like that.
I mean, look at his name.
Yeah, and I will, and I don't. As long as I run that page, it'll never change.
No.
All right, that's 5 then. So we have Cornholio, we have Lenny, we have Tex, we have Imogene, and we have Annie.
Voodoo.
Voodoo. You're gonna keep Voodoo around.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Can you tell me why?
Going with the diversity thing, I want to have like at least one of pretty much every animal type. And Voodoo is my favorite horse. I feel bad saying it, but I feel like Bucky's, well, obviously he's kind of handicapped with his eye. Voodoo.
Bucky's is also a big bully. I don't know if you know that or not, Ellie, but he is a bully to the other animals and donkeys.
I hate to hold the handicap against him, but I don't know. Voodoo would probably just be easier and safer. I feel like Bucky's a little too skittish. He's the one animal that I'm most afraid of when I go in there to feed the pig.
Yeah, well, he'll kick you. He'll kick the heck out of you.
Yeah, I'm not scared.
And I don't think he kicks that folks because he's mean. I think he kicks because he's easily startled, because he's blind in that one eye.
Dixie's pretty easy
too. Stop doing that.
But I'm just more used to Voodoo. I don't know, Voodoo.
No, Voodoo.
Voodoo's a little more energetic, a little more fun to be around. So Voodoo.
Okay, so that's 6. I need you to hurry up. You got 4 more, and I'm giving you 4 minutes. Let's go.
All right, I'll try to speed this up. 1 minute per one. Okay. Let's go with also Dan.
Donkey Dan. Okay, why Donkey Dan?
I think he's right there.
He's over here. Dan! He's not going to come in here right now with Bucky's in here. All right, so why Dan, though?
I like having baby donkeys and...
Dan's cut, Ellie. Huh? Dan's cut.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Which means I got to cut this video. No, I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it just the way it is.
I forgot.
Dan! Ellie thinks you're still intact.
I forgot.
But no, Dan has a great hee-haw. I don't know what you call that. And Dan has an amazing Hurricane Harvey story. And Dan was one of the first donkeys that helped us start I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, as far as, well, the donkey part of that name.
In my Donkey Spotlight video, I talked about how we managed to get all the donkeys.
Yes. Oh, that's an amazing story. Yeah. Dan definitely deserves to stick around. All right, Ellie, you got 3 more.
Pebbles. Pebbles is fun.
Pebbles, because she's so fun. She's cute.
Pebbles,
she's lovable.
Pebbles and Lenny, it'd be wrong to separate those two at this point.
Oh, I see her out there.
Yeah,
I was trying to find her.
Pebbles
There's my peg leg Pebbles. Hi, baby. We're talking about you. Ellie, I don't know if you know this or not, but Ringo keeps wondering if you're going to say his name. He keeps looking at her around the corner, and he's going to really be upset if you don't say his name at some point.
I got 2 more, so I better.
You got 2 more.
Oh, goodness.
Isn't this kind of sad to talk about this, Ellie?
Yeah, it's horrible. I can't.
Just say Ringo!
I've been kind of debating back and forth about Ringo. I've been kind of like on the, as horrible as it sounds, I've been kind of like.
Ellie, you cannot. Okay, I refuse to not let you. You're going to keep Ringo. It's going to be in my will that you will keep Ringo or you get nothing.
Fine, Ringo then.
I'm playing, obviously. Buddy, what are you doing?
Fine, Ringo then.
Yay, he's keeping Ringo. Why would you want to keep Ringo? Come on, give me a good reason. He's listening to every word.
Look at his face.
And, well, he wants an answer.
What can I say? Ringo's special, man. He's such a character. He's the schoolyard bully. We go back so long. All my first flip-flop farmer videos are basically just antics between me and Ringo.
Ringo has been in more videos, folks. People love to hate on Ringo. And I just love him. You know, Ellie, I've often said if I could only have one, it would be Ringo. You do know that. I've said that 100 times. And that tells you something right there. Yeah. Of all the... There he goes, little fat butt. All right, you got 1 more to go, Ellie. 1 more.
You're gonna be so shocked when you hear this. I'll have to say Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim. Well, I'm glad you kept a pig, but why Tiny Tim and not my baby girl? Oh, let's go here and find Tiny Tim. Why would you? Okay, there he is. There's our Tiny Tim. But I have one question. Why Tiny Tim and not Pig Trudy?
I'm a little fearful of what Pig Trudy will become in the near future.
How, Ellie?
Because of being a full rooter, Tiny Tim is just more, well, he's a full pot belly.
Yep, he's a true pot belly. Look at that.
Yeah. What can I say? He's more nonchalant, just more relaxed, just more chill.
Well, you know what? I hope it never comes to that point where we have to downsize like that.
I love Trudy also, but you saw how it was when Lenny got into the pasture for a second.
Well, she's just spoiled, Ellie.
And that's just now. And yeah, I don't know what she'll become, but I'm a little fearful of it maybe.
So I will say this before we end the video, and I know Ellie agrees with this, and I know that you folks who follow the page religiously do too. You know this. Some of these animals are very personable. They have huge personalities, and they are characters in a book, if you will, or in a movie. They play huge roles around here, and they have they are who've made us who we are. They're the ones that have helped us gain the supporters. They're the ones who helped us gain the following. They're the ones that have people follow the page every day, and because they want to know what's going on, you know. But there's other animals that we love just as much that some folks really probably wouldn't even notice if they were gone, and that's sad. It's sad, but it's true. And so it was just kind of neat for me to hear what Ellie said. Going back to how I started this entire thing. No, Bubba, great guy, y'all. That's a great family. They've been here in this area for many, many generations. But that's what Bubba was saying, that it's just a lot. His dad has always loved it. It's been his dad's passion. But it's not something that he wants to continue until the day he dies, the way his dad is, you know? And so I get that. Bubba has a career. Bubba's he's a younger guy, and he works hard, and he's right there by his dad's side when he's not at work. And, but no, I totally understand Bubba. And so I thought I would just kind of pose that same thing to L.E. because, your dad's no spring chicken, L.E. No, I hope to be around a nice long time. But that's interesting. So tell me real fast, can you name those animals out for me one more time? Just list them. Go.
Yeah, Annie, Cornholio, Tiny Tim, Imogene, Tex, Voodoo, Pebbles, Lenny, and then who are the other 2 that I chose? I forgot.
Ringo. You didn't want to choose Ringo.
I don't know. I feel like
Be honest. You don't want to choose him, Ellie, and he knows it.
me and Ringo have kind of grown apart. I feel like. Man.
Well, you know what you could do? Get back in there and love on him right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what you should do, Ellie. Go in there and love him right now. Maybe y'all bond. You can what do you call that when a couples retreat? Here he comes, Ellie. Look out. You guys, you and Ringo.
Come on, Ringo. Let's rekindle the spark, buddy.
You got to rekindle the spark, the flame.